road man, traveler. You know, I've been on the road now for, let's just say, a long, long time. You knew what I know. See where I've been, the people that I've met in my travels, you'd be up here instead of me. But hey, I'm the storyteller here. You know something? Wherever I go, the strangest things happen. You know something? I can remember one night, a long time ago, somewhere in the middle of nowhere on a desolate, unlit road, the urge to look skyward tickled my fancy. I capitulated to the need for a vertical scope of astronomical proportion and fixed my bio-telescope on the map of heaven's canvas. Ha! Dig it. Frozen with wonder, dripped in rad splendor, the night sky ceiling, punctured with black new moon, fill the moment as wine fills a glass and a meal fills a stomach. You know what I'm saying? Totally. Well now, all glasses must empty and all meals digest, and so too did my impression of sky canvas. For on my second glance skyward, I beheld the blazing corpses of once upon a time suns, twinkling little eyes called stars, whose light we still see, despite the fact that many had come to know her over 1,000,000 years ago. It's not like life, don't you think? I mean, what I'm saying is, a moment, any moment, has a vague birth, a full life, and an unnoticed death. And yet, that moment can live in memory, heart, mind, and body, long after the moment is past. The source is gone, but its light still flickers in some bizarre half-life. Yes, I do believe in ghosts. Speaking of which, ghosts, that is. My privacy was soon disturbed by the high beams of an approaching automobile. It was time to hitchhike. Now, hitchhiking is a crapshoot. And me being a gambling man, I could not resist the temptation to seduce Lady Luck. My thumb went up like an erection, turned on by the flirtatious advance of fresh experience, stiff and pumped with anticipation, I rose from my coffin of mute curiosity as a black 1958 DeSoto stopped and opened an inviting door. Not being one to turn down a free ride, I eagerly complied. But hey, then again, you never can tell, can you? You might be wondering, what kind of person picks a stranger up in the middle of nowhere? I'll describe her to you. My hostess of the highway wore a tight black dress that filled her curves like water. Her long, dusky hair, strong brow and fine features paled in comparison to her dark eyes. Eyes the equivalent of black holes, doorways in space, sucking in reality and transporting it to another dimension. A dimension only she could comprehend. And need I neglect the final touch? Red lipstick painted on full lips, cast against soft white skin. The effect this gave her smile was downright unnatural. I could tell that daylight had not kissed her face for a long, long time. Speaking of which, the time, that is, at least 10 minutes of driving had passed, and not a word was uttered. She said nothing, just smiled like a mod Mona Lisa, eyes sucking in the road like a tunnel. I said nothing, my discomfort creeping up like ants at a picnic. It was time for the mandatory introduction. Hi, my name is...
Victor.
How do you know my name?
We've met before.
Listen, sweetie, I've never seen you before in my life. I'm sure that...
Don't worry, it will come to you in time.
Well, I racked my brain and dredged my memory. Now, I've lost a few brain cells in my time, but this babe I'd remember. Either she was totally crazy, or this was a bad dream. As if we had met before. I could not, for the life of me, remember when. I remember when she pulled the car over and kissed my temple to relieve the pressure of too much thinking. And I remember being lovers in a distant dimension. And I remember asking a loaded question. Where are we? And I remember the longest moment in history before she replied.
The other side of the mirror.
And I remember the final cut. The last query on the road to rude awakening. By the way, sister, what is your name?
Death.
Her reply carried the weight of the world like Atlas, struck like Zeus's lightning and lit the sky like an H-bomb. Brought back a moment I had conveniently forgotten. The moment we had met before. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the other side of the mirror. Welcome to Reality Noir.
Little special moments pass you by,
Unrecorded.
leaving only a soft, focused memory where a sharp edge once cut. How many times have you said to yourself, darn, I wish I had my camera? Those were lost moments. That could have been a Kodak moment. Moments like this. This.
Hi, Mom.
Precious. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, even this. These are now Kodak moments. Don't trust your brain to do what a camera does best. Remember, more photos can be made from negatives. But once a brain cell is dead, it's gone forever. Make all your moments a Kodak moment. Hurry, my supplies last. Offer only good at participating stores. Now is not prohibited. Due to libel suits or assault by Sean Penn. Now, censorship of the United States government, too, all right?
Meanwhile, in the stockroom of a big city restaurant supply store. Can you hear them? The voices everywhere. I'm not crazy. No, shut up. Shut up. The voices tell me that I'm Jack T. Ripper, the purifier. They tell me that I must cleanse the world of sinful filth like yourselves. I don't need to kill you, to cut and slash. It's the voices, you see. They just won't let me be. If by chance I've left a loved one dead or dying, please accept my most humble apology. I was only following orders. I washed my hands of any sin. You see, I might be crazy, but I'm not stupid. I am the purifier. Son, what'd you say? Why, you little piece of shit motherfucking asshole! Fuck off and die, F1! You don't hear the voices, you deserve to die! The voices only speak to the chosen ones. As for you, that fits you like a tuxedo. And there's a carpet in my mind's eye with your name on it. The eye and the ham of God. For God is the greatest actor of all. Are not all actors hams at best? I mean, what the fuck? It's not against my religion to eat pig. I love pork chops. I missed my calling. I should have been a butcher. Can you hear them? You do pay them no mind. They're full of shit anyway. And what does Dr. Minded-Meld have to say about this?
Here we have a classic case. The patient believes that he has been chosen by God to cleanse the world of filth. Obviously, he is sexually dysfunctional. In other words, impotent. The knife replaces the phallus as the instrument of pleasure. Unable to penetrate with his own body, this cleaver became the instrument of penetration. Now, the treatment for disorders of this kind requires total religious lobotomy. You see, if we cut out the religious center, often we find a spirit hiding in a cellar. And let me tell you, there is nothing more pleasing, heartrending, and downright tear-jerking as watching a repressed spirit come out and smile like daybreak.
Hey, you guys can't get in? What? Yeah, $5 a pop. Oh, dude. Yeah, $5 a pop. That's right. Walk it up. Walk it up. Hey, funny. Amazing. Hey, man. You know what drives me nuts about women? We were just talking about it. It's how they always think they're right. That sounds like my old baby, man. Hey, man, you know, I don't even argue anymore. I just yes it if that wasn't great. You're gonna have to try that. Like, dude, I'm gonna take something out of it. Nice ass. Hey, would it up to be a fly in the wall when all ladies get together and talk? Well, I'd like to know what they say about it. Why? I don't know, just curious. Stay right where you are! Move! You got through the walls, looking at the door! And I can tell you something! Stay on hungry! You have no idea what's waiting for you outside that door. It's so out of control, the individual human being is powerless to prevent it. It's this huge, unrelenting disease whose symptoms are everywhere. Sectarian violence, ozone deterioration, the slaughter of the rainforest, AIDS, malnutrition, political upheaval, global warming, acid rain, racial strife. These are the signs. The pure, telltale signs that the five infectious serpents of greed, fear, ignorance, apathy, and powerlust are alive and thriving. Now, how is it that we can't talk to men on the moon, and yet we can't talk to each other right here on Earth, huh? We send messages of hope in satellites, civilization, McNugget, tin cans in space. Now, probably nobody will ever receive these things. Probably no one will ever find them. Probably we're all alone out here. But then again, you never can tell.